The leap has already happened. I want you to go back to that moment. You remember it. The deep meditation at 3 a.m. The visualization so vivid that a physical tear ran down your face. The absolute, undeniable certainty that coursed through every cell of your body like an electric current. The intention was cast with the force of 1,000 suns. You felt it. You physically felt the shift, the audible click in the fabric of reality, the cosmic gear turning in your favor. In that sacred instant, you didn't just hope, you knew. You knew with a conviction that transcended logic, biology, and time that everything had changed. And then, the silence. A deafening, crushing silence from your three-dimensional reality. You opened your eyes, expecting the world to look different. But the same ceiling was there, the same furniture was in the corner, the same bills were on the table, the same notification popped up on your phone about a situation you swore you had left behind in the old timeline. The external world looked exactly, brutally the same. And slowly, that glorious moment of certainty begins to feel like a distant dream. It starts to feel like a hope-induced hallucination. Doubt, like a cold, heavy fog, begins to seep into your nervous system. The logical mind kicks in. Did I just imagine all of this? Am I delusional? Why has absolutely nothing changed on the outside? Was it just another beautiful spiritual exercise with no practical effect? Do I simply not have enough power to move matter? This pain, this subtle, gnawing anguish of the almost is the loneliest pain on the spiritual path. It is the dark night of the Creator. Because it seems to invalidate your deepest connection with the universe. It makes you feel like a fool for believing. It whispers that in the end you were just sitting in a dark room talking to the walls. But I am here to tell you something that will shatter that doubt. What if I told you that this silence, this disconcerting stillness, this apparent lack of change is not a sign of failure? What if I told you it is the exact opposite? What if this feeling of strangeness, of disorientation, of no longer feeling completely at home in your own life was the clearest symptom, the irrefutable biological proof that your success was so deep, so fundamental that your consciousness has already moved coordinates while your physical world is still packing its bags? You are not failing. You are rendering. Welcome to the lag. You are currently experiencing a phenomenon I call the static between realities. To understand this, we need to look at how frequencies operate. Imagine you have spent your entire life listening to a single radio station. Let's call it Station Reality A. The music was familiar. It was predictable. Even if you didn't like the song, struggle, lack, loneliness, you knew the lyrics. You knew every crackle, every commercial break, every jingle. It was your home frequency. Then, with an act of pure will and conscious intent, you turned the dial. You found a new frequency, Station Reality B, a new song, a symphony of abundance, love, and power that resonates with your soul. For a moment, in that deep meditation, you heard it with crystal clarity.
You locked onto the signal. But now, as you go about your day, it feels like you are picking up both stations at the same time. You hear the echoes of the old melody, the old thought patterns, the recurring fears, the familiar circumstances trying to pull you back. But underneath it all, almost imperceptible, like a bass line you feel rather than hear, you feel the vibration of the new music. This creates destructive interference. It creates a feeling of profound strangeness, a loss of resonance with what was once normal. Conversations with old friends seem shallow and draining. Old goals that used to motivate you now lose their shine. You feel a bit displaced, like a ghost haunting your own past story, because a massive part of you no longer lives there. This confusion, this dissonance, this static, this is not a mistake. It is proof that you are so perfectly positioned between the two that the transition is real and fully underway. Your old reality has not yet completely dissipated, de-rendered, and the new one has not yet materialized with solidity. You are in the hallway, the liminal space, the sacred vacuum between what was and what will be. Most people panic here. They run back to the old room because the hallway is dark. But you must keep walking. The static is the sound of movement.
To navigate this phase without losing your mind, you must abandon the linear logic of the 3D world and embrace the physics of your own divinity. We need to talk about inertia and density. Think of it through our central metaphor, the lag of the physical matrix. Imagine your consciousness is the captain of a massive ocean liner, a ship that weighs hundreds of thousands of tons. The 3D reality, your physical circumstances, your body, your bank account, is the ship itself. In a moment of decision, the captain, you, turns the helm. You give the command, change course to the new reality. The captain's movement is instant. The intention is instant. The helm turns in a second. But does the ship turn instantly? No. A ship of that mass has tremendous momentum. Even though the rudder has turned, the ship continues to move in the old direction for a mile or two before it begins to bank. If the captain looks at the bow of the ship and sees it still moving toward the old destination, he might panic. He might scream, "The helm is broken, it didn't work, I failed." And in his panic, he might turn the wheel back, canceling the turn. This is what you are doing. Your consciousness moves at the speed of light. It is instant. But physical matter is dense. It is frozen light. It moves at the speed of, well, matter. It has inertia. The period when the helm has already been turned, but the ship still seems to be heading in the old direction, is exactly where you are now. It is the transition phase, the lag. Your frustration comes from expecting the ocean liner, 3D reality, to behave like a speedboat, consciousness. It cannot. Physics does not allow it. The 3D world is dense data. It takes energy to rearrange atoms, to move people, to shift circumstances. Just because the ship hasn't turned yet doesn't mean the turn isn't happening.
Under the water, the rudder is fighting the pressure. The forces are shifting. The turn is inevitable. You just have to hold the wheel steady and wait for the momentum to break.
Let's go deeper. Let's look at this through the lens of quantum physics and spirituality. This is a framework that appeals to the analytical mind because it explains the glitchy nature of this phase. Imagine you are the player in an ultra-high-definition virtual reality game, so complex and immersive that it is indistinguishable from life itself. Your consciousness is the CPU, Central Processing Unit. The physical world is the GPU, Graphics Processing Unit. In a moment of power, you gave the command to load a new map, a new level. A level with new settings, new characters, new rules of engagement, and higher rewards. At the code level, on the etheric and quantum plane, this change was instantaneous. Your energetic signature, your player file, was immediately transferred to the new server. The command was received: load map, success timeline. But what about the screen, what your five senses perceive? The screen has to refresh. The system has to de-render the old landscape, delete the old trees, buildings, NPCs, and render the new scene pixel by pixel. This requires an immense amount of processing power. And when a computer is loading a massive new level, what happens? It lags. The screen freezes, the audio stutters, things look pixelated or blurry for a second. You are currently living in the loading screen of your life. Most people look at the loading screen and think the game crashed. No, the game is upgrading. This phenomenon isn't esoteric magic. It is the principle of energetic coherence. Energy follows consciousness, but dense energy has a delay. You are watching the old reality buffer while the new reality downloads. Do not hit the reset button now. Do not abort the download.
So, how do we identify if you are truly in the lag or if you are just stuck? We need to formally define the symptoms. I call this the signature of the shift. The signature of the shift is the set of specific energetic and psychological phenomena that occur only during the rendering lag. It is the evidence that your internal operating system has been updated to version 2.0, while the external world is still running version 1.0. It is the irrefutable proof that the command has been given and the rendering of your new reality is actively in process. Think about it logically. If the leap hadn't occurred, you would feel perfectly at home in your old reality. The drama would make sense to you. You would engage with it. The old limitations would seem normal and comfortable. The resonance would be total. The fact that you feel like a stranger in your own life, the fact that the old conversations grate on your ears, the fact that the old habits feel like wearing clothes that are 3 sizes too small, this is proof that you no longer belong to that frequency. You are just witnessing the echoes. You are seeing the ghost image of a timeline you have already abandoned at the level of consciousness. You are looking at the RAM, random access memory, of a reality that is no longer being processed as your now. This is why doubt arises. You look outside with your physical eyes and see the same scenery.
And your logical mind, which is trained in the 3D paradigm of seeing is believing, concludes nothing has changed. I failed. But your soul, your intuition knows the truth. It feels the new reality pulsing beneath the surface of the old like a heartbeat. The static you feel is the interference pattern between these two versions of reality, and it only exists because the new version has already been activated and is coming online. If there were no new version, there would be no static. There would only be the clear signal of the old life. The discomfort is the proof of the new. In the next part of this dossier, we are going to learn how to read the specific fingerprints of this phase, the weird calm, the sudden detachment, the broken synchronicities, and I will show you how to stop looking for the wrong evidence and start seeing the real signs that the ocean liner has already turned.
We have established the mechanism. You are in the lag. The ship is turning. The game is rendering. But the logical mind needs proof. It craves evidence. And here is the mistake most people make. You are looking for evidence in the wrong direction. You are looking for external evidence, the email, the money, the person, the house. The external world is the last place the change shows up. It is the caboose of the train. It is the effect, not the cause. The cause is you. Therefore, the first evidence of the shift appears inside your nervous system. The true signs of your success are not the event itself, yet. They are the energetic fingerprints your future self leaves behind on the fabric of time as they move towards you. You need to learn how to read these fingerprints. They are subtle, they are internal, and they are profoundly counterintuitive. If you don't know what to look for, you will mistake them for problems, but if you know the code, you will recognize them as milestones. Here are the 4 undeniable signatures that the rendering is nearly complete. The first and most powerful sign is what I call the irrational calm in the chaos. Picture this. Suddenly, in the middle of a situation that would have previously sent you into a panic attack, a bill arrives, a conflict happens, a delay occurs. You feel nothing. A strange, almost supernatural stillness washes over you. The outside world might be screaming. The 3D circumstances might look objectively bad. But at your core, in the solar plexus, there is a silence. It is not apathy. You haven't given up. It is not resignation. You aren't defeated. It is a peace that makes no logical sense. It is a visceral certainty that runs through your fascia and whispers, "This doesn't matter anymore. This is already solved. This is just a scene in a movie I have already finished." What is this feeling? This calm is the biological evidence that your nervous system has already calibrated to the timeline where the solution exists. It is your energetic body feeling the vibration of the final outcome before your eyes see it. It is your nervous system arriving in the future before your physical body does. It is resonance. Your future self is broadcasting a signal of safety so strong that it overrides the current signal of danger. When you feel this peace, do not question it. Do not think you are crazy for not freaking out. Trust it. It is the most accurate data you have. The second signature is perhaps the most disorienting. Sudden, radical detachment. Things, people, hobbies, and dramas that once consumed your mental energy suddenly seem distant. They feel like cardboard cutouts. Conversations that once felt vital now sound like white noise or a foreign language. Habits that defined your old identity lose their flavor like chewing gum that has been chewed too long. Relationships that were pillars of your life may start to feel strange, as if you are ghosting each other while still in the same room. This can be scary. You might wonder, am I becoming cold? Am I depressed? Am I losing my passion? No. You are not losing interest, you are losing resonance. Your fundamental frequency has changed so drastically that you simply can no longer tune in to the low vibration radio stations of your past. It is an energetic incompatibility, like trying to put a square peg in a round hole. Your soul has already packed its bags and moved to a new vibrational neighborhood. And now you are just looking out the window at the old neighborhood, realizing you don't live there anymore. What if every moment of disinterest wasn't a sign of apathy, but proof that your lease on the old reality has expired? Let the dead leaves fall. Do not glue them back on the tree. The third signature is one of the most misunderstood phenomena in the spiritual community: broken synchronicities. You start seeing the numbers, the 1111s, the 222s, the 444s. You see the animal totems, you hear the songs, and at first you get excited. It's a sign, it's coming today, you think. But then, nothing happens. The outcome you associated with the sign doesn't manifest. The check doesn't come. The text doesn't arrive. The synchronicity seems broken, an empty promise from a teasing universe. You feel betrayed. And this is where the paradigm shift happens. You have been interpreting these signs as the finish line, when in fact, they are the mile markers on the highway. Seeing 1111 doesn't mean your manifestation will arrive at 1112. It means the universe is flashing a green light on your dashboard saying, "New timeline coordinates received and confirmed. Recalculating 3D route. Maintain current frequency." These synchronicities are not the promise of the outcome. They are the confirmation of your direction. They are trail markers in a dark forest telling you you are not lost. Keep walking. Every time you see one, it is not an invitation to wait for something to happen. It is an invitation to congratulate yourself for maintaining your state of being. They are the echoes of your new reality, confirming you are on the right path, even if the landscape around you still looks the same. Stop getting mad at the mile marker for not being the destination. Finally, the fourth signature, the most ethereal and strange, glitches in memory. You find yourself confusing dreams with reality. You have vivid memories of conversations that never happened in the physical world. Or conversely, events that definitely occurred in your past begin to feel distant, faded, foggy, as if they happened to someone else in an old movie you watched years ago. You struggle to recall the emotion of past traumas. You know they happened, but the emotional charge is gone. It feels like reading a history book about a stranger. This is not a sign you are losing your mind. It is a sign that your consciousness is becoming fluid.
You are operating between multiple timelines simultaneously. You are flickering between the old matrix and the new matrix. Dreams and realities blur because on a quantum level there is no difference. Both are fields of possibility that your consciousness is exploring. These glitches are proof that you are no longer rigidly fixed to a single, solid, linear timeline. You have become quantum. The anchor is lifted. You are drifting towards the new shore.
The calm in the chaos, the sudden detachment, the broken synchronicities, the glitches in memory. These are not anomalies. This is not failure. This is the signature of the shift. It is the irrefutable proof that the most important change has not just begun, but has already been completed within you. We have talked about the theory. Now we must act. Knowledge that is not embodied is just a rumor. The mind understands the map, but the soul must walk the territory. So for a moment, I ask you to stop everything. If it's safe, close your eyes. Take a deep breath with me. Inhale infinite potential and exhale any trace of doubt. Once more, inhale the truth you are about to feel and exhale the illusion of waiting. Now I want you to bring to your awareness, without judgment, the feeling of your old timeline, the reality you worked so hard to transcend. Don't visualize the events, just feel its frequency. Feel the familiar weight on your shoulders, the texture of limitation, the density of those old stories. It's a known frequency. To some extent, it was safe because it was familiar. Feel that energy for a moment. Acknowledge it. It is not your enemy. It was a teacher. It was a protective shell that has now become too small for your expanding soul. See this frequency as a color, perhaps a dull gray or a heavy blue. And now, with immense gratitude in your heart, thank it. Thank it for every lesson. Thank it for the protection. Thank it for the contrast that made you ask for more. And then, with a long, gentle exhale, feel this color, this density, gently dissolve. Let it go. See it fade into the ether. You are not destroying it. You are bidding it farewell. You are free now. In the silence that remains, bring all your attention to the center of your chest, to your heart space. Inside is a light. It might just be a spark. This light is the seed of your new reality. It is the frequency of your already completed manifestation. It is the vibration of the future you who already has everything. Focus on this light. With each inhalation, see it grow brighter, warmer, more solid. With each beat of your heart, feel it pulse, sending waves of your new frequency to every cell in your body. What do you feel here? Lightness, expansion, a peace your mind cannot explain. A silent, unshakable certainty that simply says, it is done. Allow this feeling to grow. Let it fill your chest, flow down your arms, up through your neck. You are no longer trying to reach this frequency. You are no longer visualizing this frequency. You are this frequency. This feeling you are experiencing right now, this inexplicable peace, this is the signature. It is the living, vibrating proof within your own body that the shift has already happened. You did it. You are already there. You are, at this very moment, tuned to the radio station of your new timeline. The outside world is just the echo of the past. This is the now. Memorize this feeling. This is your new home address. When you open your eyes, the room might look the same, but your role has fundamentally changed. You are no longer the seeker who tries, who asks, who waits. That identity dissolved the moment you leapt. Your new sacred title is Guardian of the Frequency. Think about it. A guardian doesn't build the castle. They protect the treasure that already exists within it. Your job is no longer to make the leap happen. Your job is to hold the tune. You must protect this fragile yet powerful frequency until it has enough density to fully crystallize, render in your 3D reality. The lag of the physical matrix is not your enemy. It is your training ground for mastery. And this requires discipline. Discipline 1, selective focus. When the 3D world shows you the old movie, lack, struggle, you must consciously withdraw your attention. Say internally, this is an artifact of the old timeline. I acknowledge it, but I do not energize it. Shift your focus like changing a channel. Look for the small evidences of the new. Discipline 2, the information diet. A guardian wouldn't let trash into the treasure vault. You can no longer afford vibrational pollution. The news, the complaining friends, the social media envy, cut it out. You are protecting an incubator. Be ruthless with your attention. Discipline 3, aligned action. Energy follows attention, but matter follows action. What is one small action the future you would take today, not to get something, but to be someone? Would they organize their desk? Would they drink water? Would they walk with confidence? Do it. Every small aligned action is a vote of confidence in the unseen reality. It is a signal to the matrix. The waiting is over. I am this person now. Take a deep breath. Feel this new stillness. The static between realities has finally ceased. What was once a noise of confusion is now the silence of certainty. Look back just for an instant at the person who began this video. That version of you who lived in the anguish of uncertainty. That person no longer exists. You have journeyed from doubt to certainty, from seeker to guardian. You have learned to read the subtle calligraphy of the universe. You no longer need external proof because you have become the living proof yourself. Your peace is the proof. Your detachment is the proof. The rendering is in progress. The command is executed. The ocean liner has turned. The new land is in sight. Stop looking at the wake behind you. Look at the horizon. You are not waiting for your reality. Your reality is waiting for you to recognize it has already arrived. Anchor this frequency. Guard your treasure. Welcome home. Subscribe to the laboratory. Stay conscious. Welcome to Quantum Core.